All right, guys, lesson 42. I think it's a pretty nice, pretty fun lesson. Renaming fractions by multiplying by 1. So if you haven't opened up your book yet, I'm on page 222. So make sure you get your book opened up to that page in your 7-6 Saxton math book. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some of these problems. So if I had 1/2 and I wanted to have, if I multiplied that by 1, 1/2 times 1 is just going to be, you guessed it, 1/2. Well, what if I wanted to multiply by 3/3? What does 3/3 equal? Well, 3/3 equals 1. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm multiplying 1/2 times 1. But I'm trying to give this top number, 1/2 times 3/3, I'm going to be giving that a new denominator. So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3/6. And what does 3/6 equal? 1/2. So everything there on this top equation, 1/2 times 3/3 equals 3/6. That's the same thing as 1/2 times 1 equals 1/2. All right. So Mr. Doomer, why is that important? Well, let's look at some of these problems that you guys have for your homework assignment. So on page 223, let's look at example 1. Example 1, it says write a fraction equal to 1/2 that has a denominator of 20. So we have 1/2 equals an unknown number, let's call that x, over 20. Over 20. So I need to multiply both 2 and 1 by a number. So what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at that 2 and that 20 there in the denominator, that bottom number. What number do I need to multiply 2 by to get 20? So I need to multiply 2 times 10, and that's going to give me 20. So if I multiply the bottom number by 10, that means I also need to multiply the top number by 10. And then what is 1 times 10? My x is going to equal 10. X would equal 10 in this example. All right, let's try another one here. Example 2. Example 2. So I have, it says write 1/2 and 1/3 as fractions with denominators of 6. Then add the renamed fractions. So it wants me to add together 1/2 plus 1/3. The problem here is I cannot add 1/2 plus 1/3. And the reason for that is because those two bottom numbers, I might highlight them, those two bottom numbers, 2 and 3, have to be the same number for me to be able to add them together. For example, 1/2 plus 1/2. I can add those together because both the bottom numbers are the same, and I would get 2/2, which equals 1. If I had 3/5 plus 1/5, again, I could add those together because both fractions have a bottom number of 5. So I could add those together. 3 plus 1 is 4, and the bottom number stays the same. The problem here with our problem that we're looking at is the 2 and the 3, so our denominator is not the same. So we need to make sure that they are the same. So let's figure out how we can do that. So look, first things first. What I would do with these type of problems is I'm going to write out 1/2. Whoops, using the wrong pen. I have 1/2 plus, oh no, plus 1/3. And I'm going to write it vertically just like that. So let's start with the 1/2 and the 1/3. So let's multiply both of them by the opposite denominator. So I'm going to multiply 1 times 3 and 2 times 3. So that's going to give me 3/6. Since I multiplied the top one by 3, I'm going to multiply this one by 2. That'll give me 2/6. What do you notice there? Both my top fraction and my bottom fraction have the same denominator now, which means I can add them together. 3/6 plus 2/6 is going to give me 5/6. And that right there would be my answer, 5/6. Yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing for that right there is pretty much what you're doing for letter E and letter F in your homework as well. The nice thing is they tell you what to do. So in letter E, it says write 2/3 and 1/4 as fractions with denominators of 12. So it wants you to write both of those fractions with a denominator of 12. Letter F, same thing, write 1/6 as a fraction with a denominator with 12 as a denominator, but then you're going to be subtracting it by 5/12. All right. So A, B, C, and D, those are ones you're just multiplying by a, that's just like example one, just like example one. All right. So hopefully this is a pretty nice and easy lesson for you guys, just A through F, 1 through 19 odd. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and you can email me or message me on Google Classroom and I'll get back to you. All right. So this is the last lesson of the week. So you guys go ahead and have a really good Christmas and a happy New Year, and I'll see you guys next year. All right. Bye, guys.